What is up and welcome back, and today we're going to be learning the step back. We're going to be showing you all the basketball secrets, all the little details that are going to make a difference. So let's begin with this video. Now the concept of a step back is you're going to be pushing off with one foot. This is going to be creating space between you and your defender, and this is going to make it a lot easier for you to make a jump shot. And now an important detail is going to be the angle in which you push off, because this angle is going to dictate whether you're pushing off to the side or moving backwards. This is very important because you must know beforehand what you are trying to do. Don't just do a move because you know how to do the move, because I see a lot of players do a step back and they either get caught and then they have to either pass the ball or they get blocked. So make sure you know beforehand in which direction you're trying to move, because this is going to help you out a whole lot. Here are some examples of the angles. Moving to the side to the right, moving backwards, moving to the side to the left. And these angles are going to be very important because depending how the defender is playing you, you're going to know in which direction you're going to need to move. Now if you want to have an excellent step back, make sure that you're pushing back a good amount of distance. So make sure you are covering ground. And also a mistake that players do is they push back too far back. And what I mean by this is they push off too far back and they don't have the strength to come back up for their shot. Or they lose their shooting stance because they're not able to keep their balance. So make sure you're not doing that mistake, because that is going to be slowing you down. And here we have a push-off exercise that is going to be very good for developing strength in your legs and also helping you keep your balance once you push off so you can keep your shooting form. Push off as far as you can go side to side or forward and backwards. And in the beginning, you can extend your arms to help you keep your balance. But once you start getting better, make sure you're tucking those arms inward, because this is going to simulate that shooting pocket when you're holding the ball. You can also practice with the ball, and I like this way because you get a lot of reps simulating the step back. And you can practice this drill from time to time. It doesn't take too long, maybe 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. And believe me, it does really improve your step back, builds that strength and that stability. Also make sure when you're practicing this drill that you're ready to shoot, that you put your hands in the shooting position, so when you're doing the push-up, you're locked and loaded. Here's a little basketball secret. If you're able to drop your center of gravity and then do the step back, sometimes it could be a lot more smoother. Plus, it can get your defender off guard. So make sure you're learning to drop your center of gravity, then pushing back. Also, bouncing the ball fast and hard helps out a lot of players because it helps them gather the ball. Plus, also the mentality of being faster. It does help them beat a lot quicker. So make sure you're using this technique if it's going to be helping you out. Personally, I do like it. It is very efficient. Another important factor is that you measure the distance appropriately for your defender. I know a lot of guys like to do that. They like to do the step back up close and personal to a defender because it does look a lot better, especially if he looks a little bit lost. But remember, you're trying to play an efficient basketball game. So if you're putting yourself in jeopardy or taking too many risks, that's going to backfire on you. Eventually, somebody's going to block you or lock you down. So if a defender is giving you space, take advantage of it. Do the step back at that spot. No need to approach them. And same rule applies to the tall defenders. NBA guards, when they have a tall defender, usually back up to create space. Then they do a fast move connected to a crossover, a hesitation blow by, or a step back. And when it's possible, make sure you're using good spacing before your step back, because it is going to make the move a lot easier for you. Now, a big key that is going to make the step back very successful is the threat of driving, especially when you're moving really fast forward. That's going to put the defender on his toes. So make sure that you're utilizing the threat of driving, because it's going to help you out a whole lot. And also have in mind the position of your defender. If you're driving, make sure that if your defender is right in front of you, you're doing a step back moving back. If he's on the right of you, you're doing a step back to the left. If he's on the left of you, you're doing a step back to the right. This is going to be very key because you're going to be moving away from your defender, not towards them, but away. And lastly, you can pull out the step back by making it look like you're not driving at all. that you're going to be passing the ball or you're setting up the offense, and really make it look like you're not a threat on the court, and then all of a sudden do the step back and knock down your shot, and that's another sneaky way of doing your step back. And there you go, and that was the step back, and hopefully you're able to learn something or improve your own step back. And like always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.